Hey everyone, I hope you had a wonderful day. I'm having a rough one. I start off the morning with a seizure. Sorry, these are bugging me. And then I went to work. And then this evening I started coming down with something. My head is stuffy, my face is red hot, I'm hot. But I'm freezing at the same time. And my eyes feel heavy. I'm just very tired. I know I'm coming down with something. My throat is sore. This means I won't be able to go to Tops tomorrow, which really sucks because I know I'm down in my weight. I've been so good. I've been working really hard on losing the weight, and I'm excited. But I won't be able to go. And that sucks. I also had planned to go out in the afternoon to spend the day at the town center, at the shopping mall, and just having some fun. But I can't do that either, so I have no idea what kind of silly things I'm going to get into tomorrow, because when I'm sick I get really silly sometimes, so we'll see how it goes. As a kid growing up, I lived in a lot of different places. So I had to make new friends everywhere. I was a bit of a tomboy. I liked to do what the boys were doing, play with cars, jump my bike over a ramp, build forts, stuff like that. Those were the things I loved to do. I also used to dream about magical things. I used to love walking in the forest behind the places that I lived, and pretend that I was in a new place that I've never been before, and I was looking for new life, or adventuring into a magical place. And I would pick flowers that that I say had magical properties. I would never eat them or anything, but you touch your head with it and ta-da! You were a princess or something silly like that. I always enjoyed that. I was going to go sit on the couch, but apparently it's occupied, so I can't go sit on the couch. Do you have any memories you have from childhood? Really happy ones? Really sad ones? I have a lot of goofy ones, like some of the things I did as a child. I wonder how my parents put up with a kid like me, because I'm one of those kids that did things that would probably drive their parents crazy, but my parents were awesome. At 3 years old, 3 was one of those ages for me that apparently I did a lot. You can't leave paint out anywhere when with me as a child. They left a can of white paint, and I painted the screen door, screen and all. That's not what it was meant for. It was meant for something totally different. But I painted the door. Then one day they decided to paint the living room, and they chose this light green color. This is back in the 70s, so it was that kind of color. So I decided that I wanted to be green, so I stuck one arm in, and then I stuck the other, and then stuck one leg in, and then the other. Then I lifted up the can and poured it over my head. Yeah. Not a good thing, especially back then. Paint was probably very safe, but here I am just covering myself in it. I'm also the kid that would bring home stray animals. I found baby bats once and had them in one of those large matchboxes. So I had those, and my dad had to wait for me to go to school before he could get rid of them. Apparently they got out of the box when he finally got to them, and they were on my bed under the blanket making noises and fluttering around underneath the blanket. Can you imagine having to deal with that? I used to try to pick up the squirrels, and they usually let me. My dad would go on the roof of the house to fix the aerial, and the only time he forgot to take the ladder up. And I followed him up right behind him. I climbed the ladder and I walked across the slanted roof, and the neighbor saw me. He didn't want to yell and scare me and make me fall off and freak the heck out of my dad, because I brought him his tool, and first thing he did was grab a hold of me and take me down, and the next time he went up on the roof, he took the ladder with him. One of the other things I used to do, I was a hard kid to deal with because I was adventurous. Whatever happened to times, I remember spending all my time outside. I was one of those kids that was tough to get in, just 5 more minutes, Mom, just 5 more minutes. Even in the winter time, which I loved. Used to love the winter time, make snow forts, make snowmen, had snowball fights, and made snow angels. You could do all kinds. I used to make sculptures out of snow. It was fun. Why would you want to be inside? I guess video games, well, there weren't really any video games until I became a teenager, so I guess it's different. But I loved it. I loved it outside. Loved it outside. Nowadays, most kids, put their butt in the chair and just sit in front of a TV screen playing games. Don't get me wrong, I love games. If I had it my way, I'd have a PS3, an Xbox, a Wii. I'd have them all and play games non-stop. I don't have the money for that, so all I have is a PlayStation. Yeah, just a PlayStation. One of the original. Anyhow, enough sharing. Probably bored you enough. I think I'll play with the kitties for a bit and then go to bed. Anyhow, good night. See you tomorrow.